Going in the surgery with some food. Gotta get the gloves on. Well, we done prep. Okay. Hi, Milton. I'm back from my vacation. I took some time off. Now it's a new year with new stuffers. Had to put my thing on here. In the kitchen with Cindy. Okay. So I'm doing a meatloaf, some mashed potatoes, some kale, and some cornbread. Real simple. Here's that ground beef. I'm going to turn this so you can see. Wait a minute. Let's see. I got to get this thing right here. I never do it right. Let me see. Is that right? That's a good angle, right? Yeah. Okay. So, what I have here is all the seasonings. I got to bring you a little closer first. Hold on. So, I have the parsley. I have paprika. I have garlic powder. I have ginger. I have black pepper, Lowry salt, onion powder, minced garlic. I have panko breadcrumbs. If I had cornflakes, it would be so much better, but this will do. I got a little jerk seasoning. I have the mustard, the Worcestershire sauce, the ketchup, little barbecue sauce, and some steak sauce. I have a few diced tomatoes, tomato paste. I have thyme and rosemary. I also have Lipton onion tea, and I have ranch. I have brown sugar. And I have a mixture here of all flavored bell peppers, the yellow, the yellow, the red, the green, and I have onions in here. Okay. Now here I have this stuff for the greens. I took the meat out, and over here is the potatoes for the mashed potatoes. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is get this ground beef seasoned. If I can, wait a minute, I gotta move something here. Okay, that was in my way. Now we can see better. Let's see. Right, here we go. All right, so, did I say I had the 2 eggs? Well, I have the 2 eggs. So we're gonna put the eggs in. Try not to get any shells in there. If you do, pick them out. This is like real simple and easy, you know? All right, and then we're gonna put the dry seasonings in, okay? And you can use whatever you want. I don't measure, but if I had to, it will be a tablespoon and a teaspoon. This you use as much as you want, because this always makes everything taste good. And that's the parsley. If I had to measure, this would be a teaspoon also. I would have to open this. This would be a teaspoon as well. Because you're not using a whole lot, so that would be like a teaspoon. Oh, come on. Break the seal. The ginger would be a teaspoon if I had to measure. Because you don't do a lot of that. Right? The garlic powder would be a tablespoon. Oh, wait a minute. That would be a tablespoon as well. So it feels so good to be back in the kitchen. I miss doing this. Because during the holidays, there's so much food, you know, going through here. I mean, there was no reason to cook. There was always something being given or brought in here. So, you know, and then the leftovers and so forth. But I miss my cooking. I miss the home-cooked meals. I like that more than outside food. I'd rather have, you know, down-home cooking any day. Okay. So, this would be a tablespoon too, okay? Like most of my dry seasons would be a tablespoon, except for like the paprika, you know, and stuff like the ginger, that kind of spice. And this is Lowry salt. I ran out of my pink Himalayan salt. I have to get some more of that. And I do have sea salt, but it's the coarse, you know, and I don't have the grinder thing, so needless to say. Okay, and here's the black pepper. Gotta have pepper to taste. Okay. And the minced garlic, I'm gonna do a heaping teaspoon, okay? That works for me, because I also have the powder in there. Okay. And the mustard. Now these, but you can do whatever you want with them, you know, however you want. This is optional, you don't have to. But it gives us such a good flavor. It really do. Then we're gonna put the tomatoes in, and you want to drain these, okay? I see a little juice down the bottom, I want to take that out. This gives it like the juicy taste. Right? And you want to do a little ketchup. Right? A little barbecue sauce. Just a little. You can use whatever kind you want. A little more. Okay. And then we're going to do the steak sauce, okay? Oh, come on, thing. Let me take that off and open that up. Oh, come on. Time to be fidgeting with it. Ain't got time to be fidgeting. Okay. Oh, they don't have the other time to it? Alright. So I gotta be careful with the pour here. So you don't want to make stuff too salty, because a lot of this stuff has salt in it. Now for this, the Jamaican, who was that? Hey cuz, how are you? We're doing meatloaf. Now this here is jerk season. I'm just going to use just a little bit, just to give it a different taste. Actually, I'm just going to take it from the side, because I just want a little bit. So I'm going to take it from the side, like up in there. And that should give me what I'm looking for. You don't need a whole lot of this. But this is good for your jerk chicken and stuff. One more do. Okay. Yeah. That'll do me. Okay. Then, like I said, if you had if you had like cornflakes, is good. Some people use the regular bread and milk, which is fine. But I'm going to use the panko breadcrumbs. This you can use as much as you want. I can't see that far. You are back. Yes, I'm back. I'm so happy to be back in this kitchen. I don't know what to do, but I need to take some time off, you know. So, and panko was good too, guys. So you can go as heavy as you want with this. It's not going to hurt it. It's not going to hurt it. And lastly, we're going to put a little milk in here. Just up. We'll put just a little milk, okay? Not a lot. Just a little bit. And let me see if I'm missing anything. The thyme. So I have some fresh thyme that I'm just gonna, you said I'm doing, just sprinkle it, take it off like that. And I do have some rosemary, but that's gonna go for the topping. And that'll give it a good taste. Right? And we have all our peppers. This is onions, green pepper, red pepper, and yellow pepper. In you go. In you go. Let's see who's calling me. Hold on for a minute. Sugarfoot, I'm doing my cooking show. I'll call you back. You good? Huh? Yeah. I'll call you back, okay? That was Sharon. She said, power came back on last Sunday. Power came back on. So to make a good meatloaf, you got to put a lot of stuff in it because you know you don't want this to taste like a hamburger, right? This is ranch dressing. And when I tell you use this on your beef, your ground beef, like even your hamburgers, though, this takes. When you put this off making hamburgers, so you know if I'm putting it in here, oh yeah, yes sir. What the heck? Right, and then of course your Lipton. You gotta have your Lipton, right? Okay, I think I got everything. Let's put some love in it now. Some love on it. Make sure you get everything incorporated. So take your time. Take your time. Now you can also saute your veggies, okay? It gives it a different taste. Trust me, I'm too lazy for that today. You know, but you can always saute your veggies. If I'd have started earlier, I would have sauteed it. Who is that? Hi, Katie. And this video will be uploaded on YouTube. Katie, are you on my YouTube channel? You need to get on there, Katie. I'm going to wait for some more people to get on here. I have my cousin on here. I told you guys about her. I'm going to tell you again for the new year. I'm going to wait till we get some more people on here. Because she is on here now. Empowerment with Velvet. She's on here. That's my first cousin right there. That's my first, how do you say that? That's my first cousin. That's my first cousin. And she is amazing. And yes, I am. I'm going to brag on her because I could do that. And I'm going to keep on. And y'all need to go over there and check her out. But we'll get there in a minute. Once I get everything where I need to be. Let's see who else is on there. Yes, you need to follow me on that what you call it, YouTube, Katie. Get yourself on there. That look good already, all right? Okay. Now that we did that, I have this, you can microwave anything in here. I like this here, my little pan here. But I have the foil under here because it's an easy cleanup. You know, it's easy to clean up. Now I'm going to take these gloves off. I work better with my bare hands, but you know, when you have nail polish and stuff on, sometimes, especially if it's cheap like mine is, you know, it chips and stuff, right? So, you know the rest, right? So I'm going to take this out of here, right? And I'm going to put it in here. And I'm going to take and put this out the way. And we're going to mold our meatloaf. We're going to mold. Oh, this is just enough space too, ain't it? We're going to mold the meatloaf. You're going to just make a loaf, right? Hold on. Then we're going to bring it down. You see how I'm bringing it down? So it can fit the pan really good. And the more you press, widen it out, so that way you'll know it's going to get cooked thoroughly inside. So when you take it out the oven, and you start cutting it, it ain't going to be red inside because you got it too thick, Because if you cook it too long, it's going to dry out. If you don't pat it down the right way, it's going to take longer to cook. It's going to be dry. And also, when you at this stage too, if you have like some beef broth, some beef bouillon, you can pour it around here. Pour not on the meat, but you can pour it around. But what I'm going to do, since I have the Lipton cup of soup, I'm just going to put a little water because all my stuff I have in here contains salt. Who is that? Hey, Sean, baby. Ooh, the cousins is up on this thing here today. That's the physical therapist right there. She do physical therapy, y'all. Yes, she do. Nurse, it's getting worse. Her nurse. Yeah, okay, so, like so. And again, the foil paper is so, when it's thick and you be scrubbing all that scrubbing. I don't be wanting to do all that. I'll soak it till it can't soak no more. They be sitting right up here on this thing here. Okay. So now, I'm going to wash my hands a little. And I'm going to move some of this stuff because we're going to make the topping. Yes, we are. I got to move some stuff. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still clumsy. Okay. All right. So I told you I had some rosemary, right? So now here's the tomato paste. Where's that bowl at? I'm going to use a small bowl because we don't really need a big one for this. Okay, I'm going to put this tomato paste in this bowl here. Right? I need you to see this, so let me put this one over here for now. We're going to move that out the way for now because I want you guys to see what I'm doing here. Okay. Alright. And now again, this video is going to be up on the YouTube as well. So you can tell your friends, tell your peeps to check a sister out. Brown sugar. Now you can use as much as you want. This here, if I had to measure, is a heaping tablespoon. Whoop. Right? Then we have Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, if I had to measure it, I don't know. If I had to measure this, what would I say? A tablespoon and a half? Oh, I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I need something else. What am I missing? That. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Little ketchup. So the brown sugar, guys, you know what that's going to do, right? It's going to give it a good taste. It's not like, people just use the, they just take and use the ketchup for your topping, or they use tomato paste and don't put no salt and pepper on the tomato paste. It'd be all bland like and stuff. So you got like meatloaf. You gotta make it kick, You got to bang it out a little bit. Cause then it'll taste like a regular hamburger. Hold up, I gotta get something. Pepper flakes. Just a little. Right? Okay. And you see the thickness of this? That much is gonna stick on there. And I gotta taste this, okay? So I can see if I have enough stuff in it. Now that tastes good, but you know what I want to put in here? Where you at? Oh, wait, here it is. Here it is, wait. I had a little bit of my pink Himalayan salt. I've been just going sparingly because I ran out. So I've been like trying to hold on. Trying to hold on to it. Okay. Now, the rosemary. Right? Take and break it up. And this is what's going to pop it. This is what's going to pop it. You hear me? That right there, that rosemary. Oh, yes, sir. It's going to pop it. That's going to taste real good up in there. Yes, sir. Okay, you see the thickness. You don't want it runny. This is going to stick to the meat. Okay, now let me see. Bingo. Oh my God. That is good. Mmm. Yes, sir. Okay. Wait a minute, I gotta wipe that off. And I have the oven on 350. And I'm gonna let this do an hour, then I'm gonna check it. And how you want to check this to make sure it's not red inside, go in the middle. Take your little knife like so, go in the middle. And say peekaboo, and close it back up just so. You never knew you was in there, huh? Want to see it again? Got to sneak and do it, look. Go in there, look to the left, look to the right, close it back up. Yes, sir. Okay. Got the bread. See, you want this thing to be thick, and I am not going to put any foil on here at all. But what I'm going to do, though, before I forget, I'm going to pour some water, not on the meat, on the sides. Because that's going to make some good juice. And if you have some beef broth, put a little bit on here instead of the water. But the stuff I have in here is going to make you think you got a beef broth in here. Ooh, and that jerk seasoning. Okay. Here we go. Hit them sides. Don't forget the sides. You see how nice that's doing it? Hit the sides. Bring it on up. Did you see I had to dip when I did that? I went back here and said, woo. I did a little dip on that one. Okay, let me turn these potatoes off. Okay. Look at that there. Right? Make sure I get the sides. Huh? That's what you want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want that there, and just to make sure I get the taste I want, I'm going to take a little bit of rosemary leaves and I'm going to put it on here. So I'm going to cook this for the first hour without the foil. It may seem backwards to you, but I'm going to put the foil on afterwards. It may seem a little backwards. Okay, so you want to just make sure your liquid is distributing. Let me see. I'm going to give this just a little bit more water. Okay, just a little bit more. I don't want anything sticking, and I want the juice to be good. You might want to put some on those mashed potatoes. Okay. In the oven it's going. Show me what you say. I did this last week, but I used cupcake pan for portion control. You late for work? Okay, Velvet. I'm going to give you a shout out though, okay? I love you. Okay. And it goes. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's go to the kale. So I went to get collard greens because my mother was eating collard greens this week. And I said, let me see what you eat because we about our collard greens. Let me tell you, me and my mother, my sister eat them too, but nothing like me and my mother. We about our collard greens. We'll eat them every single day. Huh? And I was like, okay, it's time for some collard greens. She was eating them collard greens and she made hers with just the peppers in it. Right? I'm like, ah. I said, Mom, let me see. And she put that fork up. I just wanted to take her collard greens and eat them. I did. I want to just, give me them collard greens. But I got kale because they didn't have shredded greens, right? And I like the shredded greens. Don't she make some good greens, Sunday? Yeah, and she was eating them. I said, let me see, Mom. Just teasing myself. I went to go get me some collard greens. I like the shredded. For some reason, the shredded is good. I don't like the glory in the bag. I don't like the glory nothing. Give me the shredded. I'm good. So they didn't have none. I was like, you kidding me? So I got 2 big bags of kale. And I cooked them down in some ham hocks. I took the hocks out and stuff. So we just have the juice. And that's what's in this pot here. That's here. So, and I didn't season it with anything. I just put them in there, right? And now I'm going to put the kale in. And kale cooks really good. Just let it cook all the way down. Don't rush it. It should be so tender. So it's unbelievable. You would think you had some collard greens. And I have some onions and peppers that's going to go in here. I'm going to put a little liquid smoke in here, just a little bit. I'm going to let these cook down and then I'll add the second batch. But, and I'm going to put a little vinegar and a little sugar. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with these. They don't come out really good because you want them nice and tender. And you can also put a little butter in here if you want. Now, as you get close to them cooking, take a little baking soda and put in there. Maybe the last half hour. It'll make them extremely tender. But you got to wait till your last half hour to do them. They got to be just about really done in order for you to do that. Don't put that baking soda in there ahead of time thinking it's going to make your greens tender and they're not done. You're going to have a problem. They're going to be nasty and tough and not done, right? It won't tenderize them if if they're not close to being done. So, and you know what? And actually I'm going to put that other pack of Lipton cup of soup in here too. You know, that'll always give your greens a good boost. So I'm going to put that in there and let that cook down. And where is that other pack at? Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, I put it away. Wait a minute. Let me get that back out. So, we'll take this pack and put it in there. But we want it to cook down a little first, so this is the pressure cooker I'm using. I'll put the top on and let that cook down a little bit, and then we'll put the other season in here. Meanwhile, we have the mashed potatoes here, right? And I'm gonna take and I gotta get another pot because I want to put some onions in there. That's for the greens, I'm sorry. I want to put these onions in. Just a little bit of onions and these mashed potatoes. Look at that, just that much. You can put whatever you want, okay? And I just need this to boil really quickly, so I'm going to put it real high just to tenderize the onions. It gives your mashed potatoes one hell of a taste. You hear me? One hell of a good taste at that. Okay, I got a mess. Now I can start cleaning up a little bit here because I know that some of this stuff I'm not going to use anymore. But this right here is going to make that meatloaf bang. I said everything I put is going to make it bang, but this right here, it gives it a different taste, but it makes the meatloaf exciting. Like, what is that? Oh my God, what's that you put there? What's this taste? It makes you want to talk about it, you know what I mean? It's a conversation piece. So, oh Lord, I'm putting stuff in the refrigerator that don't belong in there. Okay, so basically I can put all this stuff away, except we're going to use that, that and that, and that. Now all this other stuff, remember I tell you, clean up as you go, right? Oh yeah, and I put some ginger in there. This is the stuff I use for the meatloaf, in case you wasn't here. I had ginger, I had garlic powder, minced garlic, I had onion powder, I had black pepper, I had little cup of onion soup, and I had a packet of ranch dressing, the dry ranch dressing. I had parsley, Lorry salt. I had all that, and I used the panko breadcrumbs. I used the ketchup. I had 2 eggs. I had maybe a half a cup of milk, right? And the different flavors of pepper, and I had thyme and rosemary, okay? That's what I had in there. So give me a second. I'm going to put some of this stuff away, and we're going to make some mashed potatoes. You get up there. Get up there. Come on. Get up there. All right. So how's everybody's Sunday? You guys have a good Sunday? I did. Church was good. Hubby sang his song today. Go on my Facebook page. You'll see the service, okay? On my Facebook page, Hubby sang today. And it's another guy named Lark. He sang his butt off today. Reverend Jackie sang. The choir was on fire this morning. Let me tell y'all. And you know what's on the Facebook. I'm always inviting you guys to tune in to the service. Right? And if you have any questions, if you want to come to the service, I'm your girl. I am that girl. If you want any information, I'm networking, aren't I? Yep, if you need any information about Goodwin, I'm your girl. That's so much better now, isn't it? Okay, now let's do these mashed potatoes. I'm going to use whole milk instead of canned milk. There's the butter. And I'm going to use some butter. I'm going to use a stick of it, okay? Some whole milk. Let's see what we got here. These mashed potatoes. So you boil them enough so you can use just this here to mash them. Right? You boil them enough. Make sure you don't have no lumpy lumps in it. And you see, I didn't pour that water off because there wasn't much to pour off. Wasn't much to pour off. And this is so easy. Come on, you know. Don't take a rocket scientist to do your mashed potatoes. So. We're going to put this stick of butter in here. This is a salted butter. Okay, this is salted. Right? Let that melt. And very, very, very. What do I have here? A little onion powder while that stick of butter is melting. A little garlic powder. A little black pepper. Right? And a little salt. And then when my onions are ready over there, which I think they are, we're going to put those onions in there. Give it a good flavor, y'all, I'm telling you. Remember when I first, I forgot who I showed you, you putting onions in there? Well, yeah. It ain't like it's going to be crunchy or anything, okay? Because it's not. Get in there. Let me sit there. That's good. Where's my milk? Oh, I didn't take the milk out of it. I was going to put just a little milk in here. Not much. Not much. Not much. Just a little. Oh, yeah. Okay, my onions should be ready. I'm going to pour that water off of them. Right? Pour the water off. Okay, right? Put the onions in there. Ooh, that's hot. And the beat goes on. These are good, nice potatoes. So, still got a few lumps in here. We gotta get them lumpies out. Gotta get them lumps out. Not a whole lot. But we still want the lumps out. There we go. And last, we're going to make some homemade cornbread. Okay? Alright, let's taste these mashed potatoes. Let's taste the potatoes. Let's see. Them bad boys is good. Some more salt. Tastes good. I need to go taste them again. I did wash my spoon off. Okay, that was it. Lump free. Lump free. Top. So, wait a minute. Top wasn't looking too good there. Top was looking a little cloudy. There we go. Put that top on there. Got some potato right up in there, and I don't want that to hit hard up in there. Let's get that out of there. Okay. There we go. Now let's make some homemade cornbread. It'll take but a second. This is real easy. Okay. Hold up, I gotta get something. Now this I do measure, because the cornbread I have to measure. So this is self-rising cornmeal. It don't have to be this brand, but it has to be self-rising cornmeal, okay? You can actually do a cup of this and a cup of flour. I like it just to do this, okay? I'm gonna use 2 cups, okay? 2 cups. 1, 2 heaping cups. 2. Right? And 1 egg. But you want to beat the egg first, okay? You want to beat the egg. So, right? Okay. And all that egg. Okay. And second here, let me get the sugar. So I'm gonna put some sugar in here. You do as much as you want. Hi, Joyce. Okay, now this part here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some regular oil, put it in my pan just to cover the pan, the bottom, not a whole lot, right? And then I'm gonna take this stick of butter. This butter is what makes this here. When you just using the cornmeal, your oil and your butter is actually what gives it that good taste, right? And I'm going to put this in the oven and melt it real quick, okay? And that meatloaf is looking good in there. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to clean up a little bit. And let's see what the greens, the kale is doing. Okay, that's good. Right? Okay. This stuff I'm not going to use, so I'm going to put this back, that back, that back, in there, and I'll put this stuff back later. Okay, so we're going to let that melt, and here's the key to that homemade cornbread, is when you put the, when you put your oil and your butter in there, you melt it. And you put it in here, and with your milk, and you blend it. When that cornbread comes out, it has the best. Hey, Aunt Lotta. Here's another cook, guys. This is my Aunt Lotta I tell you about all the time. They get to see you on here, Aunt Lotta. Wish they could see your pretty face. Remember I tell you my mentor? I'm Aunt Lotta. That Lotta Duke. Yes, sir. That's my Lotta. That's the one I told you that made that tuna fish with them cranberries on their croissant. And that fish I told you about. And the one, this is who did the chicken with the flour and the cornmeal. That's Aunt Lotta. So, say hi, Aunt Lotta. That's my Aunt Lotta. I love her to death, boy. You ever had somebody that you wanted to be like when you grew up? That was my Aunt Lotta, boy. She used to wear this haircut, like that Diana Ross thing. She had that thing slicked down here with the little side. Oh, boy, she was sharp. Sharp. She was just something else. A lot to do. Okay, and now this here, again, it has the onions and the different peppers. This here is for the kale, okay? You can saute your kale if you want. But I put the smoked meat in there. Let me wash my hands. I'm touching my hair. I had a hairnet on when she did her cooking, and I thought about that. Because she got a lot of hair, and she don't want the hair to get in the food. And I got this old ugly wig on, right? And I probably should. Let's just hope ain't no hairs in this stuff. I probably should have put a net on myself. She did it. She put a what you call it on, so her hair didn't get in the food. And I got this old ugly wig on. I hope ain't no hairs and nothing. And nothing. Okay, so almost done the melting of the oil and that butter. So again, that's 2 cups of self-rising cornmeal, 1 egg. You beat it first, okay? Don't just put that egg in there. Beat it up first, okay? Then put it in there. And then watch your milk. If you use too much milk, your cornbread ain't gonna be good, okay? Because it shouldn't be thick, but it should be a little something to it. I don't know the word I want to use. Help me out, Alana. It shouldn't be thick, and it shouldn't be runny in between. It should be, okay? But boy, and I tell you, this thing here tastes good. So let me see what the kale is doing. Okay. So, here's that kale, right? So I may have enough room to start putting some more in. But before I do that, half and half, I want to put the, I can't find nothing I'm looking for right now. Oh, here it is. I want to put that Lipton cup of onion soup in here, okay? And while it's halfway through, I'm going to put the peppers in there. What is that? I'm going to put that in there. And give it a stir. Now this is a pressure cooker, but I'm not going to use the steam, okay? Because I really don't need the fast cook these, alright? They do good. And I'm going to put some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil. It's a really good one. Grapeseed oil, that's so good. And I'm going to put a little vinegar. Bottom of it. Right? A little vinegar in there. And the pepper flakes. Here we go. Put them pepper flakes in there. And a little parsley. A little bit of parsley. Now don't forget, towards the end, like 30 minutes, towards the end of these, if you want them to melt in your mouth, you put up 2 pinches of baking soda in here. That'll make them things so tender it will melt in your mouth. Yes, it will. Okay. Let's see about... Okay. Alright, so while we're waiting on that, I'm going to add some more of the kale to the pot, okay? While we're waiting on the butter and stuff to melt. So, put some more kale in here. Now remember, I didn't saute the veggies, the onions and the peppers, but it's a good thing to do that because it gives it a whole different taste. When you saute them bad boys, and if you can, get some grapeseed oil. That grapeseed, I mean, I use a lot of olive oil, different ones, but that grapeseed oil is really good. Uh-oh, almost messed up here. Almost have a little mess. Okay, we'll let that cook down. Hey, get back in there. Trying to jump up out of there. We ain't having that. Okay. And we're going to put the top back on. Okay, now let's see what we got going with the, what you call it. I spilled some kale on the floor. Alright. Boy, melt already. Good grief. You act like it don't want to melt. Alright. You turn your back this way. Alright, now here is the melted butter and all. Okay. Put that there. And we're going to stir. And we're going to stir in the milk. Again, be careful with your milk, okay? I just do this as I'm going, so that helps me not to overdo it. Okay. When I tell y'all, this here gonna be good. And you know what too? You can also dice you some onion and put you some onions in your cornbread too. That's good too. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. Not quite, y'all. Okay. I know that's gonna do it. And perfect. Not runny and not too thick. See that? Look. Like that there. Where is my... Okay. Right there. That's perfect. Okay, in you go. And the meatloaf looks good, guys. I'll take that out and let you see it. So we got the mashed potatoes done. Right? And a good thing to do when you put like you're making a cake, you turn and you give it a little twist so everything can settle good. See that there? Like that there. Yep. Okay, I gotta put this in the oven. Right? And let's take a look at this. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna show y'all this, what you call it, real quick. Let me show you that meatloaf. Wanna see that meatloaf? It smells good with the rosemary on top. Look at that there, y'all. Now I'm gonna cover it up for the last hour. So we're gonna put the cornbread in. And we're gonna cover this up now. I said an hour out. Sounds backwards, right? Now you cover it up so the tomato paste doesn't get dried out. Because now we're going to cook it all the way without looking at it until it's time to take a peekaboo. Remember how I said you look at your meatloaf to make sure it's not red inside? Take your knife in the middle and you peekaboo. Like, take a look. Not ready. Take a look up. Not ready. And put it right back together like you never did it. Yep. It's called peekaboo. Peekaboo. Okay, guys. That is it. I'm going to clean up, right? This will be on YouTube. If you ain't been on my YouTube channel, get there. In the Kitchen with Cindy. I load up everything on there too, okay? So I'm going to clean this up, and I will be back with the finished product. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Sunday to you. Well, what's on TV tonight? Power. Ratchet TV? Yeah. We like Ratchet TV, don't we? All right, I love you. Mwah.